Before hip-hop had million-dollar deals, before MTV, before stadiums, these songs rewired the culture from the underground. They didn't just make hits. They changed how rap sounded, who got paid, and what the world was forced to hear. 10 records, 1 revolution. Let's rewind. Number 10, DMX, Ruff Ryders Anthem, 1998. Spring, 1998. Hip-hop is polished, flashy, jiggy, shiny suits and tunnels with fisheye lenses.
Damn right we did it. What the F you gonna do when we run up on you?
Then, Swizz Beatz hits 4 notes on a keyboard and the entire landscape changes.
Stop acting like a baby.
DMX, what are your feelings on?
Stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop. DMX didn't creep in, he kicked the door off the hinges.
Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave, my home.
Ruff Ryders Anthem wasn't the most lyrical track of the decade. It wasn't the most complex beat.
Drop, shut him down, open up shop.
But it reintroduced danger into mainstream rap. The track's chart performance was good, not earth-shattering.
Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why.
But in the clubs, in the streets, on mixtapes, it was nuclear.
No, that's how Ruff Ryders roll. Yo, it's y'all people.
Suddenly, labels started looking for aggression again. Street crews got deals.
Drop, shut him down, open up shop.
Anthems built for motorcycle sets and project staircases came roaring back.
My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we...
Without this record, the late 90s, early 2000s hardcore wave, from 50 Cent to Jadakiss, hits very differently. Number 9, Roots, What They Do, 1996, March 1996. In a decade obsessed with real versus fake, the Roots did something risky.
Confront their frustration. The principles of true hip-hop have been forsaken.
They mocked the entire shiny suit champagne slow-mo video formula by copying it shot for shot.
Man, then stand your own. To MC requires skills. I demand some show.
What they do is deceptively smooth.
Party jumping with an original something. Yo, I dedicate this to the one dimension.
Laid-back drums, jazzy chords, Black Thought's unbothered flow. But the lyrics, and especially the video, brutal.
Support, I take it very seriously. Within this industry, it's various.
It aired on MTV, BET, and video channels that were also playing the exact stereotypes the Roots were clowning. A quiet middle finger dressed like an R&B jam.
Yo, lost generation, fast-paced nation, world population.
Chart-wise, it did fine. Influence-wise, it gave every backpack and alternative rapper permission to push back against the industry.
I'm Black Thought, used to rap for sport. Now the rhyme saying rent, paying life.
Without disappearing into total obscurity. From Little Brother to early Kanye's All Falls Down era.
The line of run between love and hatred. The game is ill-natured. It's nothing sacred.
That lane of, we're in the game, but we're questioning the game, starts here. Number 8, Outkast, Elevators, Me and You, 1996. July 1996. The South was still treated like a side character in hip-hop. Then Outkast floated in.
One for the money, yes sir, 2 for the show. A couple of years ago.
Me and You, your mama and your cousin too. This isn't boom bap. It's not G-funk. It's something else. Humid, spacey, mysterious.
Staying legging vocals, locales done. Made it with them big boys up in this industry out.
The bass rolls like a slow southern night. Andre 3000 and Big Boy trade verses about fame, pressure, and the grind before the big money comes.
Little brother James, things changed in the hood where I live at. Them rats know.
Elevators did solid chart numbers, but its real victory was different.
Got stopped at the mall the other day. Heard a call from the other.
It proved the South didn't have to imitate New York or LA. It could build its own aesthetic, slow, philosophical, soulful, and strange.
That out, y'all players haters can bite me around this.
Without elevators, the runway for
Not really, but it kept smiling like a clown, facial expression looking silly, and it kept asking me.
Goody Mob, UGK, T.I.J. Cole, even Future looks a lot shorter.
The hood, just trying to find that hook up. Now every day we looked up at the ceiling.
This was the moment the South stopped knocking at the door and started building its own house.
When I was pregnant in jail, I thought I was going to have a baby and the
Number 7, Tupac, Dear Mama, 1995.
baby would never be with me, but I was acquitted a month and 3 days before
February 1995, again, completely different universe.
Tupac was born. I was real happy because I had a son.
When I was
While Shook Ones describes the streets, Dear Mama
though back at the time, I never thought I'd see a face. Ain't a woman alive that
describes the person who tried to shield a child from them.
one day running from the police. That's right. Mama catch
Pac had hard records, political records, party records.
to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
But this was pure vulnerability.
And I didn't cry, cause my anger wouldn't let me feel for a
A
strength.
love letter to a mother who struggled with addiction, poverty, and pain, but never stopped trying.
You see you coming home after work late. You're in the kitchen trying to fix us.
Pac charted well, but the impact went far beyond radio. For the first time,
And dear mama,
a mainstream male rapper stood in front of the world and said, I cried, I hurt, I love my mom, I'm grateful.
you put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend,
No punchlines, no mask. Dear Mama
mama, you always was a black queen. Mama, I finally
opened the door for emotional confession in a genre built on toughness.
fair. No love for my daddy, cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away.
From Scarface's Smile to Cole's Apparently,
Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. But now the road got
that lane exists because Pac walked into the booth and told the truth. Number 6, Mobb Deep, Shook Ones, Penter 2, 1995. February 1995. A piano line that sounds like it's been dragged through an alley.
Running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come close to.
Through an alley, a hi-hat ticking like a bomb. Then Prodigy's voice.
For your name out, your crew is featherweight. My gunshots will make you levitate. I'm only 9.
Word up, son, word. Shook Ones, Penter 2, didn't debut as some polished pop single. It came in like a weather report from hell.
Station getting closer to God in a tight situation now. Take these words home.
Queensbridge in winter. No sunlight, just tension.
Yeah. To all the killers and the $100 billers.
It never went top 10. It didn't need to.
Your whole body laced up with bullet holes and such. Speak the wrong words, man.
It became the unofficial national anthem of East Coast grim reality.
Cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death and scared.
The beat is claustrophobic. The verses are blunt, almost cold. There's no glamour, just survival.
I couldn't choose a better location when the slugs penetrate. Feel a burning sense.
Future producers studied this like homework. From Alchemist to Griselda's in-house sound,
Don't we gotta get this loot up. What was born, son?
that dusty but surgical approach traces back here.
Got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us.
Every time a rapper says, this is for the real ones only, they owe some of that energy to Shook Ones Panam 2. If you're feeling these deep cuts and forgotten foundations, hit subscribe, rewind. Sonic is here to bring back the tracks the algorithms forgot, the songs that built the legends. Now, let's get back into it. Number 5, Nas, NY State of Mind, 1994.
All right, I'm coming right now.
All right, son.
April 1994. Track 2 on Illmatic. Never a single, no music video, no radio push, and yet
Straight out the fucking dungeons of rap. Where fake niggas don't make it.
everybody knows it. Straight out the dungeons of rap. Nas spits like he's documenting a war zone.
Yeah, yeah.
No hook, no compromise. Just QB stairwells, project windows, guns in basements, and kids growing up faster than they should.
Was in the grass and I ran like a cheetah with thoughts of an assassin. Picked up
DJ Premier's beat sounds like a subway tunnel swallowed a jazz record and started breathing.
this max and facts. Same niggas that catch you back to back. Snatching your cracks and
Commercially, this song did nothing. Culturally, it became the gold standard for street storytelling.
now. Pull left in my peepholes. I'm suited up with street clothes. Hand me
Every real hip-hop debate, every barbershop argument about top-tier lyricism
I'm jetting to the building lobby, and it was full of children, probably couldn't see as high as
eventually circles back to this track.
it's good. You bring your customers and measuring plots, but yo, you gotta slide another
Without NY State of Mind, there is no Illmatic myth.
grants with the CeeLo champs, laughing at bass heads, trying to sell some broken amps.
Without Illmatic, the entire 90s East Coast Renaissance looks different. Number 4, The Pharcyde, Passin Me By, 1992. November 1992. While gangster rap dominates headlines, 4 weird kids from LA drop a song about getting curved. Passin' Me By is all awkwardness and heartbreak.
I can't stand when brothers tell me that I should quit chasing and look for something better.
Teachers, crushes, missed chances, no guns, no drug tales, just painfully relatable failure.
Educated, not at all overrated. I think I need a prayer to get an up.
It barely cracked mainstream charts, but on college radio and underground shows, it became a cult classic. The way the Pharcyde twist their flows around the beat.
In my younger days, I used to sport a shag. When I went to school, I carried lunch.
Stretching syllables, bending cadence, made it okay for rap to be funny, sad, and clever at the same time.
Asking if I could get with her, I just played love by ear and hope she gets the picture.
This track opened a side door for oddball storytellers,
I proved to be a better man.
emo-leaning lyricists, alt-rap kids who didn't fit the tough guy mold, Tyler, the Creator,
When I dream of fairy tales, I think of me and Shelly. See, she's my type.
Chance the Rapper, Isaiah Rashad.
We used to kiss when we played Truth or Dare. Now she's more sophisticated, Holly.
They all live in a world Passin' Me By helped build. Number 3, Pete Rock and CL Smooth. They reminisce over you. T.R.O.Y. 1992. April 1992. A saxophone loop cries out. A snare snaps. And CL Smooth speaks to the dead like they're in the room with him.
Papa said chill, but the brother keep winking. Still he won't down you a terror.
T.R.O.Y. wasn't designed to crush clubs. It wasn't even chasing radio. It was a tribute.
And Papa Doc, I see, took me from a boy to a man, so I always had a father.
To trouble T.R.O.Y., to fallen friends, to the weight of memory in black communities everywhere.
I reminisce.
The track peaked modestly on the charts, but that misses the point.
Wise to the game, the youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After 10,
This song changed what emotional honesty in hip-hop could sound like.
I really got beatings with the girl of trauma. In single parenthood, there I
Pete Rock layered samples with such warmth that the beat itself feels like grief and love woven together.
reminisce for a spell, or shall I say think back 22 years ago to keep it on.
CL raps about childhood, funerals, family photos, and pain without ever sounding weak.
Not a bad tinker, but I'm clocking pop's liver. But you can never say that as life is through.
This is the blueprint for introspective rap. Kanye on Hey Mama J, Cole on Lost Ones, Kendrick on Sing About Me. Before all of them, there was the T.R.O.Y, proving that vulnerability could be just as powerful as bravado. Number 2, Dr. Dre, F-Tier Snoop, Doggy, Dog, Deep Cover, 1992.
But I feel for the nigga who think he just gonna come and change things.
Before Nothing But a G Thang, before The Chronic dropped,
Like this and like that, let him know that I'm looking for a big fat dope sack.
Dre quietly tested a new sound on a movie soundtrack.
As I crawl through the hood, maniac, lunatic, call him Snoop, he swore.
Deep Cover didn't smash the pop charts. It didn't need to. It introduced 2 things that would define the decade.
And see what we can find. Crooked ass cops that be getting niggas a gang.
Snoop's laid-back, elastic drawl, Dre's cinematic, low-end, heavy G-Funk released in April 1992.
Oh, here they come from the back and they lax. I'm checking for the gas, they
This track felt like a crime film compressed into 4 minutes.
44 shot if you don't quit, yeah.
Sirens, tension, paranoia, and that bass line creeping like headlights in the rear view.
And the niggas place, take my strap just in case one of his boys recognize my.
The single wasn't a monster crossover hit, but DJs ran it into the ground.
And make my pockets bigger. They wanna meet with me tonight at 7 o'clock.
By the time The Chronic arrived, the entire West Coast was already vibrating on this frequency.
Let me think about it. Turn my back and grab my gas.
Every West Coast soundtrack banger, every slow-riding lowrider anthem.
And you don't stop.
Cause it's 187 on an undercover.
From DJ Quick to early Warren G traces back to deep cover. Number 1, Wu-Tang Clan, Protect Your Neck, 1992.
Raising hell with the flavor. Terrorize the jam like troops in pack.
Spring, 1992, New York radio starts spinning a record that sounds
So if you wanna try to flip, yo, flip on the next man. Cause I'll grab the clip.
wrong, dusty, murky, mixed, like it was recorded in a basement with wires hanging off the ceiling.
Enough respect due to the 1-6. Ooh, I mean, oh, yo.
That was the point. Protect Your Neck wasn't built for MTV, it was built for tapes.
First things first, man. You with the worst, I'll be sticking pins to.
Corner store
And I'll be
cassettes,
damned if I
barbershop
let any
dubs,
man come
boombox
to my
speakers on
center.
Harlem
You
sidewalks.
enter. Rolling with a stash, ain't saying gas, fight my style, I fight your motherfucker.
8 different MCs trade verses.
Boys and heavy metal. The way I make the crowd go wild. Sit back, relax, won't
No hook, no singing, no radio polish, just pure martial arts movie chaos over RZA's off-kilter drums.
From the lyrical blood, make me. Ooh, grab my nut, get
On paper, this shouldn't work. In reality, it reset the game.
you flipping off the shit I'm kicking. The Lone Ranger, cold red, danger.
This single got Wu-Tang their first distribution deal and proved a group
forever. Crossing over like they don't know no better, but I do.
didn't have to be clean, pretty, or even understandable to move units.
Dirty bastard is dirty and stinking. They saw unique rolling with the night of the.
The idea of a crew as a universe,
Swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man. So all tick-tock and keep.
side groups, solo deals, merch, mythology, starts right here.
A nigga, and I'ma get mad deep like a threat. Blow up your project.
Everyone from G-Unit to Odd Future, from ASAP Mob to Griselda,
Fame in the game. I take game and blow that nigga out the frame and like bang.
is standing on the blueprint, Protect Your Neck, laid down.